Dr. Mays, what are the essential changes you have seen in the South?
Seen what?
The essential changes you have seen in the South.
Well, I've seen changes for the better. Not what they ought to be, but better than they were. When I saw my first mob in 1894, I was born in 1894, when I saw my first mob passing by our house on the way to Phoenix, about 4 miles from Greenwood, looking for Negroes to lynch. And I remember my father, they came by our house and they made my father get down on his knees and salute them with their guns drawn several times. And then I knew that had to change. Now, I left South Carolina to go to Maine, not because I didn't like to farm. I was a good farmer, you know. I could pick as much as 425 pounds a day, not in the dark, but in daylight. And there's only one woman in the county who could pick 500 pounds. I didn't get to that, but I got to 425. My brother, older than I was, we carried snatch rolls. If you know enough about farming, you know what that was. This roll was mine. The other row over there was my brother's. In the middle row, that was a grab roll. And when we both fussed all day, saying that he was getting all the cotton, and I fussed and said he was getting all the cotton, and he was fussing and saying I got all the cotton. So we both were lying, because when my father weighed the cotton, I had 425 pounds, and he had 424. So somebody else weighed it, might have been different, I don't know. Or the scales might have been different.
So what have you changes you've seen since then? I mean, what's the most significant changes you've seen in the South?
The most significant changes I have seen is that when I go through the South, I find acceptance, which I never dreamed I would see, whether Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina. I always was glad of Mississippi, because I knew however low Mississippi sank, it was South Carolina would be above Mississippi. I've seen the changes. I don't fear when I travel through the South. Never. Even on the trains. I've seen the time when if you got Pullman, you had to get it through a certain white man at the station. Even before, when the trains were practical, you could ride on the train without being molested. There was a time when you rode on a train, you might be pulled off and lynched. I remember Channing Tobias, born in Augusta, a great YMCA leader. They really had him off the train, and they were going to lynch him, until somebody who knew him, he said, "Dr. Tobias, what's the trouble?" He said, "Well, they're taking me off this train." And they said, well, now this man is world renowned as a YMCA man. If you lynch this man, the whole world gonna know about it. And I'm sure you wouldn't want that scandal on Georgia. And so he was not lynched. As I said a moment ago, I have no worry, no fears traveling in the South. In hotels, motels, wherever you go. The University of Mississippi had more black lawyers in it than any other law school in the United States. That's a radical change. You remember when a man wrote, when Mississippi to close society, he had to get out. And you remember, I guess it was Kennedy who sent the National Guards there to go with him to meals, sit outside of his door, to keep people from killing this man. So when he wrote Mississippi to close society, he had to get out. Now I've seen that change. You know, I had a habit when I was president of Morehouse of picking out Southern white men who had changed. Ralph McGill was one. Frank Graham was one at the University of North Carolina. The man who had to get out, gave him an honorary degree. And a man over in South Carolina who, on his plantation, he treated the Negroes on his plantation with respect. He gave him an honorary degree.